Hey, thank you for joining me today. Last week, we started a series on the 5 love languages for children. And so I encouraged you to spend some time with your children last week and just pay attention to the ways they're asking to be loved, to maybe even ask them some questions if they're older, to see how they respond to questions like, how do you know mom loves you? Or how do you know dad loves you? And I also had a quiz posted in the description that you could take, or any member of your family could take, to find out each other's love language as a way to bond and grow stronger as a family. So if you recall, speaking your child's own love language helps to fill their emotional tank with love. When children feel unconditionally loved by their parents, they're better prepared to do their best. They feel more loved. They're more willing to accept discipline and correction, and they just are overall more successful when they feel unconditionally loved. So today, we're going to talk specifically about the love language, words of affirmation. Now, children with this love language hear love loud and clear through positive and encouraging words. But on the flip side of that, children with the primary love language of words of affirmation also react more negatively to negative words or discouraging words or even negative tones of voice. So children with this love languages are more keen into words, tones of voice, your expressions toward them verbally. So this love language isn't suggesting that you overpraise your children with hollow words like good job or you did it. It is more about supportive and understanding language that is really specific to your child. Now, Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages of Children, one of his most famous quotes is, "The greatest enemy of encouraging your children is anger." So again, this brings me back to that scripture that tells us to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. This is a great scripture to apply to this love language. And another thing about words of affirmation is your small kiddos, your little preschoolers, your younger children. These children really have a way of reflecting and internalizing their parents' emotions. So they have a way of just sensing any kinds of stress or tension. So it's just something to be more aware of with little ones, to just pay attention to what you're expressing to them children, to that age of children, both by your words and your tone of voice. So what do the children who have words of affirmation as their primary love language really need? Well, they need things like compliments, affirmations, kind words, encouragement, appreciation, a listening ear, and not generalized, but more specific to what your child has done or what they need to hear. Again, I will just stress that this isn't just open-ended things or very generalized statements, but children can tell when you're just saying something to say it or when you're being authentic and organic and genuine with them. And children that have this primary love language really need you to be genuine in what you're saying. So what are some ideas that you can do to express words of affirmation to your child? Well, a really simple one is to just tell them, I love you. And to make it very personal, maybe you want to make up a fun little saying with your child. I know a very famous and popular saying is, I love you to the moon and back. But you might want to come up with something that would be more personal and just something between you and your child. Acknowledging things your child has done well with something more than good job, but you can really acknowledge like you worked really hard on whatever it is. I can tell that you worked hard. Or displaying their artwork. Little kids, they make things at school and you can hang it up in your house, and then you can specifically talk about that piece of artwork and what they did. And how about now that school has started, putting little notes of encouragement or of love in your child's lunchbox so that they'll get that in the middle of the day. So I hope this has helped you. If you have not had a chance to do the love languages quiz, I encourage you to do that and really dig in and try to figure out how your child's love tank is filled up. So have a great week and we'll see you next time.